Chris, what we're going to talk about is the greens. We're coming into championships. Everybody's happy that there's a bit of speed in the greens now, but we know that during the year, different times, different speeds. Can you just explain how that works from your angle?
Yeah, thanks. Really good and relevant question there, Ian. We're putting on a cool season grass, which is basically creeping bent grass and also winter grass, also known as Parannular. Some greens have a mix of 80-20 one way, and some greens have a mix of 60-40 or 50-50. Basically, to maintain a cool season grass throughout the year requires us to probably put a little bit of extra water out through those warmer months. Hence the greens generally be a little bit more moister and a little bit wetter in and around the green surrounds. Straight after we renovate, around mid to late March, we're able to actually back that water right off without fear of losing the turf. We're able to stress the turf out a little bit more by taking the moisture away, lowering our height of cuts, and also putting the double and triple rolling onto the greens, which we can basically all the way from about April through to about the end of October. The moment the soil temperature starts getting high again, we start having issues with turf being under stress. So we've also got to start then putting a lot of fungicides and insecticides out. And given the size of our greens, and we're now punching out close to 90,000 rounds a year, there's a lot of stress on the green. So what we do is we raise the height of cut slightly to allow us to over transition throughout that summer period to make sure that we do have greens to putt on throughout 12 months of the year. Of our greens here at Everglades are around that 30, 40, 50, some are almost 60-year-old. Given that they're built on inferior soil profiles, the turf does struggle to grow in them. We are looking at reconstructing quite a few greens over the next 5 to 6 years as part of our capital works program, and that's going to allow us the ability to push the greens a little bit harder year round and give the surfaces to the members that they desire.
And Chris, we hear about nematodes that we have here at this course.
Yep.
How does that affect the maintenance of the greens?
Yeah, plant parasitic nematodes, absolute death knell of short mown turf. It puts a lot of stress on the turf, especially through those warmer days. Basically, they're down there eating away at the carbohydrates that the plant's trying to store within the root zone and putting a lot of pressure under the turf. So we have to do cultural things like raising the height of cut a little bit and backing some of the rolling off, and perhaps a little bit of extra irrigation, a little bit of extra fertilizer, just to allow the turf to survive through those warm periods. We do have spray programs that basically control the nematodes. We're never going to be able to completely eradicate the nematodes. So they're here for life. We've just got to work with them, as a lot of these sand-based golf courses from Sydney all the way up to Newcastle and as far as Port Macquarie and also in Western Australia have to experience.